and you can make something up fairly quickly. Because what else are you going to do? Make it up from scratch with no experience? No. Hey guys, Les here, aka Gorth Balian, up here in Canada from my event rental shop. And I get this question a lot, and it's basically, hey, I'm starting an event planning business, an event rental business. How do I make a contract? And I want to tell you kind of the fastest way So, first of all, if you're new to the channel, I recommend you subscribe, especially if you're into business. I love business, not just event business. I've always been into I just love business. So, you're starting event planning business, maybe an event rental business, an events business, or just another business, and you need contracts. But hey, that's a lot of paperwork. It can even get very expensive if you have it professionally done. So what do? It's super easy. This is what I do. Hey, you might have a different opinion. That's okay, but this is what I do. Go to your competitors or soon-to-be competitors and rent, if you're in the event rental business, for example, rent a couple chairs. Maybe if you rent one chair, it's kind of awkward. Almost no one rents one chair. So maybe rent 5 chairs just so they're not like, just want one chair. It doesn't matter, whatever. Rent one chair, rent 5 chairs, and look at their contract. They'll give you a copy. Not only look at their contract, but look at the process of receiving, signing, and kind of getting that contract. And then, of course, you'll have all the time in the world to look at the contract. Now, you obviously don't want, this is a given, you don't want to copy the contract word for word, but you can certainly paraphrase important information from that contract into your contract. What I recommend is I would go to 3 competitors, look at all their contracts, take the best from each one, rewrite it in your own words. That's very important. You don't want to be plagiarizing. And create your own contract. Later on, once your business starts accumulating customers, accumulating sales, once you have a spot for it, once it really gets flowing, certainly take some money, give it to a lawyer and say, can you look over this so that, I'm covered. Of course, if you have some startup funds, you're certainly welcome, and it's a good idea to do that at the beginning. But hey, if you're just starting up, money's very tight. You can always do that a bit later. Do not copy things word for word. You're using these things as an inspiration. You want to do it kind of in your own words. I repeat that because that's important, both legally and as a matter of honor, I think. But certainly use these other contracts as your inspiration. You'll start getting an idea what matters in the contracts. For example, if you're even in the event rental business, timing of when things are returned is important. Talking about, hey, we don't take responsibility if you, the client, gets injured with our items. Things like that, very, very important. You just have to word it in your own way, as thoroughly as possible. If you're not good with spelling, certainly get someone to spell check it, to check the grammar, because it's very unprofessional if you get a contract full of spelling mistakes. So certainly take the time to have someone check it over. And eventually, again, if you get the money, hire a lawyer, perhaps specializing in contracts, to go over it. That is not cheap necessarily, so ask for the price ahead of time. They might be charging per page, per time, I don't know. But certainly at the end, that's kind of the last thing to do. But if you want a fast contract tomorrow, maybe in a week's time, that's the fastest thing to do. Go to your competitors, rent a few things, see how they do it, and kind of follow their lead, get inspired by that, and you can make something up fairly quickly. Because what else are you going to do? Make it up from scratch with no experience? No, you go to someone that's been in the business for years and years and years. So that's certainly the best and fastest way. That's the way I use. If you have a different idea about that, totally cool. Guys, again, Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Take it easy, work hard, and maybe we'll see you on the other side.